and it's causing discourse. Would that work for you, Joel? Do I need to pull out the thesaurus? I mean, what we got to do, Joel? God damn. It is causing discourse, right? When they see each other in rooms. Now they're from two different genres. And so why are they having this discourse? Now, Rizzy used to work my nerves in the beginning. But again, that's why I hold these type of spaces, because we get to peel back the layers. And what I'm hearing from Rizzy, and I think Drop, you would agree, Rizzy doesn't have a good relationship with her mother, right? So Rizzy is actually
Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't bring my mom into this.
Well,
No.
Wait a second. That's not what she was saying, Rizzy. You got to listen to the whole thing first.
Yeah, but I mean, I have a relationship with my mom that's kind of personal. I would talk about it in another topic.
Hold on,
I don't
Rizzy.
want that
I
being
didn't say you
added
don't
in.
have one. I said you don't have the one you want. Right? You don't have, y'all just doing this semantics thing today that's really getting on my goddamn nerve. So you don't have the relationship you want. So I think you're finding aunties, if you will, because I know we're from cultures where we call each other aunties, especially in the African community, the Hispanic, all of them, the Asian, all of them. You have aunties. That means that they don't necessarily mean they're women that's related to you by blood. They're just old enough to be, you know what I'm saying, your mother's age. So you're having the aunties out here. And I think you're expecting from us as the aunties to be different with you. And that's why I'm now different with you, because I have taken on that honorary role to be like an honorary auntie for you, Rizzy. So that's why, again, I'm protective of you. And I think that's what you're looking for. You're looking for it in a Queen Jules and a Drop and a me. And I think because Queen Jules wants nothing of it, she doesn't feel like you would be someone that she would niece up, then it's causing a discourse. Just understand, she's not the auntie for you. However, I am, and I have no problem being that for you, dear heart. Okay?
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's beautiful, Keyona. That was beautiful.
Unfortunately,
Now I
I
don't
don't.
want to call you, but Jules, it made me mad because some of these kids out here, man. You know, we had our what I told you. We all
I'm
had.
not trying, Keyona, I'm not like you. I don't just claim any and everybody. No, some of these people are mean and evil and troublemakers. They're not my type. They're not my type, Keyona, period.
We can guide them a little bit.
No,
I don't think it's fair to
no,
push her on her, though. You know,
I disagree. Just because
you just be what she don't have the energy to be for her. I think that's fair.
I get
But
it.
pushing it on QJ is not fair.
I get it. I get it. But again, some of these people out here, man, I know we don't have great relationships with our parents. I don't have a great relationship with my mom. We're just trying it since I lost my father, right? And me and my daughters, well, my baby that's special, of course, we're great, but me and my daughter don't have the greatest relationship. So if that was a Keyona out there for my daughter, I would be so, I'm grateful that someone would say, well, I take Taylor under my wing. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta.
But we can't do that with everybody, because if you look at, because Keyona, if you be honest, if you look at how that girl QI would do me,
No.
now everybody seen, but that's how Queen Jules feels about, but that's how she feels.
So I
I'm
can
saying
relate
that's
to
how
what
she
you're saying,
feels.
Keyona. And it's the complete opposite.
Good family, good upbringing. Some of these motherfuckers grew up, they weren't raised. You could tell Rizzy was raised.
But she still doesn't.
Can you
But you
tell I
can't
was
tell
raised?
Kiana how to feel about her,
I
though.
didn't say anything about you.
No, I'm just saying everybody's thing is different. So I have mother issues that I recently just fixed, you know? And when there was a Keyona out there for me, my mom didn't appreciate it because she still wanted to be that for me, but I told her she couldn't play both sides of the fence. If we had odds, if I go out there and look for help from someone else, you can't be upset. But she was that type of person. So, and that's why I'm saying don't force her, you know, if you're going to do it, do it. All for it. I'm all for it. But Rizzy, if I were you, if you don't want people to speak on it, talk about it, don't bring it to the app, because if it was an op, they gonna run with it and they gonna leash it out.
But I didn't mean it in a bad way, Rizzy, because let me tell you something. The
I
dynamic
know
of
you
the
didn't. That's
the
all I'm saying.
dynamic, Don't let nobody shame you into talking about. We all use that as a jab. I've used it as a jab to people, and ain't got the room to talk. But that's just how we do when we fight. We say things we don't even have the room to talk about. But the mother-daughter dynamic is as old as time. The son-father dynamic is as old as time, y'all. And if you're just, even the good book itself, so I came to set father against son, daughter against mother. That's in that good book. So it happens, and it's commonplace. It's just as common. You and your mother not having a good relationship right now. And I'm gonna tell you another thing I'm noticing. Sometimes it's a time under the sun for everything. It's not a time for you and your mother to be cool in your 20s, but y'all may be best freaking friends in your 40s when you may need her. So that way in your 20s, y'all are separated, because that means you tore it down to the depths of hell where you can't come back from it, because God knows in your 40s, that's when you're going to need her, or she's going to need you. You feel me? So every goodbye ain't gone.
Okay, can I say a few things?
But I'm really sorry to hear that, baby.
So the first thing is, Royal, I talked about this yesterday when it became a conversation with, like, it was a different conversation, different topic and everything. You cannot police what the hell I say on this app concerning my personal life. I just thought that it was
I'm just
inappropriate to bring it up.
saying, though,
Please
if
let
the
me
other
finish.
people on the
Oh
other
my
side are
God.
listening,
Man, y'all won't ever fucking let me
man, you know
finish,
how this
bro.
friend, just finish. Go
Damn.
ahead, go ahead.
I'm sorry, Desi. I'm so sorry, Desi. Come on, y'all. Let's do this. We getting somewhere, y'all. Come on. It's the platform I want this type of stuff to go down in. Come on, y'all. Let's get some work done. Let's do the work. We doing the work in here.
My hugest frustration with, like, people on this app, especially people older than me, is they won't let me finish the sentence. Not because I think it's because they don't value what I have to say, because
That's
I'm
not
not
true.
where they made it in life. But additionally, it's just like, I have my own experiences that I bring to the table. And if I could just finish a fucking sentence, maybe you could understand and meet me halfway. We were talking about something totally different yesterday, and I had a vulnerable moment which I allowed to come on this app. Now, with Auntie Key, I do respect her. I didn't want my mom being involved in this because my mom is I mean, I have my own, like, relationship with my mom, and it's not like any internet auntie or any of that stuff. Additionally, I respect Auntie Key, and I see her as like an internet auntie, to be honest. Not every older person on this app I see the same way. Not every other older person on this app I have respect for. Like I would have respect for Auntie Key. That's why I literally frequent her spaces. I feel very, very safe and heard in her and Dime's space. And so I limit my access to everybody else on this app because I have place in them. I don't see Auntie Key on the same level I see Drop or Queen Jules. For me, they're just older people that I can have conversations with. We disagree, but you can't tell me not to talk to, or not to leave you alone and get away from your space, because it was never your space. You're always frequenting the same spaces that I am, and it's cool that we both feel safe and heard there. But if I see a contradiction, why is it not my why can't I, like, think critically and say, hey, well, what about this position where you were
That's beautiful, Queen Jules. That's your mommy?
That's my mommy, my first wedding. That's when I first got married with my first wedding.
Hold up, y'all.
But I'm gonna push. I just wanted to show because I'm thinking about my mom. Wait a minute. I'm gonna push mute. And
Rizzy was not done speaking.
I know. Wait a minute. First of all,
that's
man,
the issue.
Tiana, all
Thank
I
you.
did was put a
I'm gonna
picture
break it
up.
down for this
Wait a minute. All I did was put a picture up and T said
I did
something.
it. I did
Let
it.
her
I
finish.
apologize. I did it.
Yeah, but what I was going to say is I was tell her the story.
Queen, no. Let her
I'm gonna
finish.
push mute. Wait a minute.
Let her finish.
And with all due respect, Mocha is Rizzy's second auntie. I love their dynamic. Thank you for taking up for her, because I did that. That was my fault, Mocha.
Like, for real, like, I like, and that's a huge thing where I'm just like now trying to understand, like, I am a young person, not a child, but I understand that my elders have a lot of stuff that they would love to, bring to the youth. That's what I'm here for. And that's why I frequent your space a lot, because there's a lot I can learn. But if I keep getting interrupted and
I
my experiences
apologize. That was
continue
my
to,
fault.
I
I
know
apologize.
you're good, but like
I
when my
apologize.
experiences aren't heard out and kind of met with the same like respect, then it's really hard for me to respect them on a level where I would respect an ordinary elder. Because in the same token that they talk about like a wholesome moment about their them bringing up their kids and stuff, and then saying, I didn't bring up my kid to do this and that. I brought them up to respect me and respect other elders. I came up in my experience like, hey, I grew up in a household where parents taught me to respect elders too. The African culture is very, very strict on that. But
Yeah.
I do see a contradiction in how elders act on this app, especially on the side of messy talk. And I wanted to bring to attention, how do we break that contention when it comes to elders acting out of character in front of the youth's eyes, the youth's eyes? How are we supposed to like marry the two of them being great mothers, great grandmothers, yet
Well, let's
they are
start.
like,
Let's do some work today. Queen, you want to do the work? What you want to do?
Hell no, I'm not
She
being
set a
forced to be into no
boundary. She set
relationship
a
that I
boundary.
don't want to
No, no,
be
no. I wasn't
in.
saying. I wasn't saying
I
them.
don't have to speak to her even though we in the same
I'm
space.
asking. This is. I
I don't
wasn't.
need nothing to unpack.
I
I don't
was not asking you to have a relationship. I said do the work on how
do
did
what
it.
work on
What
who? With who?
happened?
What work?
What happened? Like the first interact. Like yesterday, how we broke it. We did the work with you and Peach. What was the first
What
interaction?
girl, I don't need no counseling.
I ain't at.
I don't need no therapy.
Queen, nobody's offering therapy. This is people saying, why don't young and older people get along on here?
Listen,
What
you
was
can't
the
no,
first
you can't
interaction that
you can't
started it?
police everybody. Just don't be bothered with them. If somebody is not your cup of tea, don't say nothing to them. Don't be bothered with them. Don't force it. Don't go around them. What the hell are we doing here? You don't suppose to. That's just like a man. What you teaching them is just like a man that don't want to be bothered, and you keep telling them to text, keep calling, and they don't want to answer the phone, and they don't want to text back.
Can I say something? Rizzy just said something that goes against the boundary that Queen Jill said. She said, well, why I can't get up here and point out their contradictions? Because somebody set a boundary and they said they don't want to deal with you. So if that's what somebody said, just keep your opinion to yourself. Just speak in general about the conversation. You do not have to direct or be passive aggressive towards Queen Jules. She doesn't want it. I've experienced it with QI, and she'll try to play the victim every time, knowing that she antagonizes me. So you don't always have to come up here to contradict someone. Oh, I'm going to point out the contradiction. I'm going to point out I'm here to point out I mean, just leave it alone. That's not for you to do. And if it's going to cause some strife, why you just can't move on from it? If people don't want to be bothered with you, don't be bothered.
Hold on. And I'm not taking up for reason because I'm an internet auntie.
I'm about to drop because this was between y'all, your aunties, and y'all. I'm about to drop because this don't have nothing to do with me, child. Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. What you
All
say?
right, so like I'm new to y'all panel. All right, so just passing through what I see right now is just 3 generations right now. I understand what everybody's saying, but for Rizzy, you're young, and it's obvious in a lot of ways, and you are wise, but a lot of times when a lot of the older people talk to you, you do come off arrogant. And I'm 37, military, got a good career as well, and I had to learn the difference between being cocky and confident. So sometimes when these people try to talk to you, I notice you will say, you'll receive it sometimes, but then you'll say something condescending. All right, got it. So we can kind of tell who you like and don't like. All right, Queen Jules don't want to deal with you. If she say something you don't like, a lot of people on here say a lot of stuff I don't like. Just let that shit roll off. Like, you ain't got to fight every battle. Like, let that shit roll off. I get what Key trying to do, too. I grew up with mommy issues. I'll be 38 next year. We just now starting to figure it out. So it's understandable. So, like, I think what the problem is that we're just trying to merge 3 different generations of people who are trying to understand each other. But instead of understanding, it seems like everybody just wants to change each other and shut each other down. And I,
Right.
and
I
that's,
just wanted Jules to understand, but Jules, we know how Jules get. She has a one track mind.
no, and like, and not to cut you off, but like like, I've been passing through, and yeah, like sometimes when Queen, sometimes she's cool, Queen Jules, and then sometimes I'd be like, yo, but
Jules is on one. I tolerate a lot of
I
shit
get
from
it.
Jules.
And it's nothing wrong with that, but it's just 3 generations, and you're not gonna get along with everybody. So like,
Why you think it's 3 generations?
I
I'm just trying
mean,
to figure it out.
It's
When
2
I
generations.
I mean,
It's 2
look,
generations.
like I said, I'm new. I'm sorry, don't kill me. But
That's
I'm just
okay.
saying.
I ain't gonna kill you. That was a compliment for me because I think I'm the youngest.
Okay.
No, I was just messing with you.
It is.
No, but
It is 3 generations.
But I just think,
you're still in our gap. You're not.
No, it's 3. It's 3 It's 3
How
generations.
is it 3? Drew?
well, they say they
you
got
wasn't in the conversation.
they say they got the
Keyona,
dial-up, the AOL, and then like this new digital era. So
It's 3. It's 3 generations.
but
not in the conversation. Me, Queen, and Keyona are all the same age.
I know, but I'm just trying to speak in general.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm talking to Mocha. I'm talking to Mocha. I was talking to Mocha.
In general, it is 3 generations. But Ash, finish what you were saying.
No, all I'm just saying is just passing through. I just think that it's just 3 generations, or 2.5, and we're just all trying to figure it out. But Rizzy, just being closer to your age, I get it. Like I said,
Somebody put in the goddamn comments 50, 55, and 60. Block them.
Rizzy, I
What the
get
fuck
it.
are you thinking?
When
I am not no 55.
I chose certain career paths because I felt unheard. I did this, and like that's why when you be like, "Well, I do what I want," but then I'm gonna call the cops. I'm gonna be honest with you, that shit get people hurt.
Yeah.
And I learned from doing it to people and having it done to me. So like,
Wait a minute. Now let's just go into a different conversation.
no, I'm telling you, it's
um,
not. No, it's not going to a different conversation. What I'm telling you is, I understand what you're saying from all like points, but sometimes you do come off a little arrogant. Now, what I'm just asking you as somebody that's close to your age is just learn how to hear what they're saying and don't try to fight every battle, but also stand up for yourself. But then don't throw into these other people's faces, well, I grew up like this and I grew up like that, because everybody has a different path.
She's growing in here with us though, y'all. And that's the reason why my eyes light up when she come in the room. It used to be like, God damn, here she come. But when she started peeling back the layers, I know I really wasn't trying to force Queen on her, but being that Queen raised 5 daughters, Drop raised several. Yes, you may ask a question. I raised 2. We got some gold for her. So I don't want her to not come in here. I don't even want Queen not to come in. Queen be on. I want her to goddamn take a drink before she come in this motherfucker. That's what I want. Before she come in this bitch. Take a drink. God damn, Jules, you do too much. But, y'all, that's just how I feel. Will I feel that about every person? No. So please don't say, oh, well, you was giving Rizzy grace. Now you on this girl ass. I can't fuck with people that ain't been raised. I'm gonna tell y'all that now. That's my caveat. If I feel you wasn't raised, I'm not fucking with you. Cause in real life, my kids would tell you, I don't fuck with people that ain't been raised. I just don't. You're not my cup of tea. So I feel good family, good household. You know what I mean? We got some stuff we can give. I know Drop is going to impart in her. Drop is a queen, and queens do that. That's what
yeah,
queens do.
I think because I'm about to like head into class, but I just want to like close by saying this. I mean, I'll probably talk in later during lunch, but you guys were talking about the relationship, how you raised your children. And so I thought it would be beneficial, and I know my experience is never warranted and all that stuff, but I thought it would be beneficial from a child's perspective. I was raised in a similar household, I would think, that I'm like, okay, well, this is kind of how we see adults. This is kind of how I see adults. Because we're all talking based on anecdotal experiences for their own life and their own children. And I just thought it would be beneficial to bring my experience to the table as a young person that was raised in a similar household. But That, I mean, that is it. I'm not I'm not an orphan. Like, I have parents, but I do lean towards more people, people like you, Auntie Key, that are you remind me of my aunt, for real, Auntie Eva. She's crazy, but she's genuine as hell, and
That's it.
I really appreciate that about you.
My
And
aunt
I have a question for you, Rizzy.
Virginia.
I don't
yeah,
know. I don't know what your issue is with me because I don't have an issue with you. But
I don't
like
have an
Key,
issue with you.
but you just said she just compared me and she said she saw Keyona as an auntie, but me and Queen Jules, she had something derogatory to say as if she don't really jive with
That's not
us.
what I said.
Okay, so
That's
correct it.
I
Okay,
didn't
so
say that.
let her repeat what she said
I
because she
wouldn't hear
said
her
something
say
to the
that
effect.
either.
Because that's why she put me in with Queen Jules. She said I can take information for Keyona, but Queen Jules ain't drop Queen. And she said something behind it. I
Well, I
can't
think
say
what
it
she was trying to
verbatim.
say, y'all are people that she converse with. Y'all haven't
Right,
poured
but she
into
doesn't
her.
respect our wisdom. That's
No, no,
right. She'll
no.
converse with us,
all right.
but she
I'm gonna head out.
respects you.
I have class.
Have a
Auntie
good
Key, I
class,
love you.
Lizzie.
Eh,
Have a good
Yeah,
class.
Mocha, I love y'all. I love all y'all. This is, yeah.
All right.
Bye,
See
y'all.
you when you come back.
We'll see
All
you when
right.
you come back at lunch.
So so
Okay.
so she implied as if she can't take anything from me and Queen Jules.
No,
That's what
I
she
think she
said. That's what she
implied
put
y'all
it.
didn't
drop,
want to give her
drop. You're
anything.
centering yourself
No,
again. You're
no, I'm
centering
not centering
yourself.
myself,
Yes,
Mocha.
you
She
are.
said my name, so what the fuck is you talking
You
about?
were
She said my name. When
first
I
of all,
respond to
first of
somebody
all,
saying my
first of
motherfucking
all,
name, it's not centering. So
first of all,
please stop
bring that
using that
you
stupid
can
ass
remove
word.
that
Fuck
curse
you.
word
I'm
because
sick
I
of you
ain't
always
cursed at
saying I'm
you.
sending
I
myself.
didn't curse.
If somebody says
Drop,
my name and I
drop,
respond to them saying
drop,
my name, it's not
drop.
centering
I
my
didn't curse it.
motherfucking
Drop. I
self.
didn't curse at you.
That shit's stupid.
I didn't curse
I
it.
asked
I
her a
didn't curse
legitimate
at you.
question and I wanted
I
to
didn't
get
curse at you.
clarification. It doesn't matter.
Listen,
You have
she
cursed at
wasn't
me
doing it.
before.
She wasn't doing it to you like that. So
Shit,
switch
you
up the
can't tell
tone
me
in
how to
that.
fucking take
Switch
it.
up
That's
the
why I
tone
asked
in
her the
that. She
question.
wasn't
That's why
doing
I
it
asked
to you
her
like
the
that.
question.
So
You
stop,
can't tell me
stop,
how I perceive when
stop.
somebody's saying. She was
She
clear.
wasn't
That's why
doing it
she
like
put me.
that.
That's why
Drop.
she
You
lumped
doing
me
too much.
in.
You're doing
That's
too
why
much.
she lumped me
You're doing too
in
much.
with
You
Queen
asked her to
Jules.
clarify, and she
And she
did.
didn't.
And
No, she
because she's
didn't.
not
No,
giving you
she
the
did
answer you
not.
want,
She did
you're
not
making an issue.
clarify.
Stop,
What did
stop,
she say that
stop,
clarified it?
stop,
Kiana, we can have an
stop,
adult conversation because I'm about to
stop,
ready to cuss this bitch out.
stop,
I'm asking a sincere
stop,
question because she brought my
stop,
name up. Now she's
stop,
saying I'm centering myself. How in
stop,
the fuck is it centering
stop,
if she brought my name up?
stop,
She put my name in a
stop it.
conversation that I shouldn't even be put in.
Come on
I
now.
shouldn't have
Come
even been
on
put in
now.
a
Stop.
conversation.
Stop
So I
it.
wanted to clarify and make it
Stop
clear
it.
that I didn't have a problem with her. But if
Stop.
we had a problem, I wanted to know where the problem came from.
Come on
Because I don't
now.
ever remember having a
Come
problem
on.
with her.
Come on now.
And she did say something she did say something that would
You're making
suggest.
something out of nothing.
She
Making
said that
something
she
out of
saw you as an
nothing.
auntie, but me and Queen Jules are two people she could only have a conversation with. She can't see as an auntie. That's basically what she said. So I wanted to know from her why she couldn't see me as an auntie, because for me it goes back to what you said. Because they saw me in
Hi,
a certain
Tracy.
light
How are
in
you?
Diamond, because they saw me in a certain light in Diamond's panel, people see me in a certain light on TikTok. Because when people see you in other panels, you are going off, but they have the experience of experiencing your true personality because you have created your own space. So they get two different Keanas. So that's what I was trying to point out her. She hasn't fully experienced me in a peaceful place like this place. She only knows me and is sticking to what she
I'm totally
experienced
honest with
in
you.
Diamond Space.
No, I don't think it's that. I think when you immediately came to the defense of Queen Jules, like you don't have to force her on her. I think that's when she knew then you was someone else that didn't want an auntie. You know what I mean?
But that's not
Adult.
true. That's not true, but I've experienced it. So that's why I defended Queen Jules on there, because I experienced it with QI. Y'all see how QI chased me around this app every time she had the opportunity. She would get me in Manny's box and antagonize me. So I understand fully what Queen is talking about. She just wants to be left alone. Y'all don't have to talk. Y'all don't have to speak. Just ignore each other. So that's the point that I was making. If that's what Queen Juice want, we have to respect that. She don't have to be forced to have a conversation, be an auntie. even speak to somebody that she doesn't want to be bothered with. I was making a point of Queen Juice because I experienced it. I don't really give a fuck what
Let
they
it
do.
go. Let
Don't
it
tell me to
go.
let it go. We're having a
You keep
motherfucking
bringing up your
conversation
thing with QI, QL, whatever the
as a
girl's name
motherfucking
is.
example and saying that I
You keep
understand.
bringing it up over and over again. Like, let it go.
I brought
Rizzy's
it up to
allowed to
make a
feel the
point.
way
Don't tell
she
me what the
feels.
fuck to do.
She's
Okay, well,
allowed to feel. It's
If
her
Rizzy can
perception.
feel the way
She's
she fucking
allowed to
feel,
feel
I
the
can
way
say
she
what the
feels.
fuck I
You
want to
keep
say.
bringing up the same
We
thing with
having a
QI.
motherfucking
Like
conversation. We having an
Rizzy
adult
went to
conversation,
class.
but your big old
Let's
ass don't know
move
how to do
on.
that.
Let's
Fuck
move
that.
on because
Kiana say
you
this
keep
is how she
bringing it
wanted
up
to talk
Hey,
on
good
this
over and
morning.
panel.
over
Why the
again.
fuck are
Good
you even
morning.
Like,
addressing
let's
me?
move on.
You don't have
And
to
then
fucking
here
address
you
me.
go
We're
with the
having a fucking
cursing, and I have
conversation.
not come.
Because you
I have
said I
not
centered myself.
cursed
How
at
the
you.
fuck I cannot center myself when somebody bring my
You,
motherfucking name
oh
up?
boy,
Dummy.
you love to hear yourself.
She
You
brought
love to
my
hear
motherfucking
yourself
name
talk.
up.
Can you
You
hear me?
love to hear yourself talk. Hi, Frankie.
Hey, good
Shit.
morning. Good morning. Hey, I don't want you
Morning.
ladies
I
up
want to
here
hear
fighting.
myself. The
Good
bitch
morning,
shouldn't have brought my
Frankie.
motherfucking name up. I had
There
nothing to
you
do
go.
with it. The only thing I was doing was telling her how I saw the relationship between her and Queen Jules. But the motherfucker don't know how to respect boundaries. But Queen say she don't want to talk to her. Nobody have to convince her to talk to her. That's the point I was making. Respect people fucking
Are,
boundaries. And
are
one of
you
my boundaries is
finished?
you
Are you
motherfuckers
done?
telling me I'm
Are
centering
you done?
myself when a
Can Frankie
motherfucker bring
talk?
my name up. Don't bring my
Can you
fucking name
stop
up.
so Frankie can talk?
Shit, hell
Can
no.
Frankie talk?
You wanted
Because you want to
sincerely,
monopolize. You everywhere you go, you
to
want to
finish
monopolize the
saying,
conversation.
you wanted sincerely to
You
finish being
everywhere
heard. Well,
you
bitch, I
go,
need to
you
be
want to
heard too.
monopolize the
Fuck you. You can
conversation.
die, bitch.
Everywhere you go.
Fuck you, ho. I don't try to monopolize
Everywhere you
shit.
go. You know what?
Shit.
No matter
I was
how
on
much
mute,
you curse at
motherfucker, and I
me
had a
and call
motherfucking
me names,
question,
I'm
bitch.
not going to
I had a
disrespect you.
motherfucking
So
question,
go ahead
bitch.
and get your shit off.
You
Go
disrespected me
ahead.
when you said
Go
that I
ahead.
centered myself when somebody brought my
Go
fucking
ahead.
name up, bitch. I can't center myself
Go
if somebody
ahead. Go
bringing my
ahead,
fucking
Drop.
name up.
You know what?
Stop
I'm going to let you
disrespecting
do your
me.
big one. I'm going to let you do your big one, Drop. Go ahead.
Stop fucking
Go
disrespecting
ahead.
me.
Go ahead. Go ahead,
Shit.
Drop.
All right,
Let me
y'all.
know when you're
Rock.
done so
Hey,
Frankie can
Rock.
go ahead and talk.
Hey,
I know I'm going to
Mocha.
put myself on mute
Hey,
so
Kiana.
Frankie.
I was just coming to join on the conversation between the older and the younger. I feel like I'm like somewhere in the middle. I'm at 40. I'm about to be 40 in another month. And what I see is that when we have these conversations, when it's with the younger women, younger men, and you know, and us older people, I think that we have to come to a point to where we're kind of hearing them out. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to understand that a lot of us raised our kids to have voices. And when we were younger, we didn't get to have a voice. Remember, it was just like, hey, you a kid, shut up. You ain't got no feelings. You ain't old enough to have no feelings. You ain't even got no money. How you gonna tell me how you feel and you don't pay a light bill in here? You know what I'm saying? So we raised our kids to have those voices. And I feel like sometimes when we get on this app, we revert back to our parents where we're like, hey, you know what? You better not say this to me, and you better respect me on this. But hey, you know what? They have their voices too. They have the right to say whatever they want to say, just like we're saying whatever we want to say. If you're gonna if you're gonna lead with disrespect, then you're gonna get disrespected. I've learned this in life. My dad always taught me this. Respect is given. Disrespect is earned. When I disrespect you, it's because you've earned it. You've earned that disrespect.
The
When I
Breakfast TV Key Show just sent Frankie a microphone because she's
thank
spitting.
you, Keyona. I appreciate it. You know I love gifts.
If y'all get to spitting, I can't. I got to send that microphone to you. Go ahead and pass the mic to you. Okay, go ahead, Frankie.
And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to respect you. I'm going to come at you with respect. But if you start disrespecting me, I'm going to give you the disrespect that you're looking for because obviously you didn't enjoy the respect. You wanted disrespect. So now I'm giving it to you. And I don't, you know, and I agree with Drop and Queen Jules. If somebody says, hey, don't speak to me, don't talk to me, just respect that. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to just be respectful. Thank you guys for the gifts. I appreciate them so much. Thank you. You know, it's not that hard to just follow that boundary. But I just think when we have these conversations and we're coming to an understanding with the younger generation and stuff, we just have to remember that they are human and they are adults. They're not little kids. They are adults. So we want to, so we want to respect them. You know what I'm saying? We want to respect them as adults because we're asking for the same type of respect. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hard for us to just give them that respect. It doesn't matter if they're 21, 19, or whatever. When you become an adult and stuff, we should just automatically give you adult respect. And I even respect my daughter that's 18 and stuff. I respect her. If I say something to her that's out of line, that hurts her feelings, and she tells me about it, hey, I work on it. I work on the communication because you know what I'm saying? When I get older and I need somebody to change my diaper, hey, she gonna be there. She gonna be there. I want her to be there. I want her to be able to change that for me. So I just think like when we have these conversations and stuff, just kind of take our egos out of it and let's have the conversation because we do want to bridge that gap. We want to break these generational curses that we have in the Black community of that, young people don't have voices. We want to break that. And we want to bring it to where, hey, everybody is able to be heard and everybody could come to a middle ground to understand each other. That's just my 2.2. Sorry, Keyona.
No, you did that. You came up here and just knocked that thing out the box because we do as older, again, me being 46, we forget these kids was raised to voice, to say how they feel. But we be on here, who you think you're talking to, and this, that, and the third, when we have to realize that's just two women talking. I even said in the conversation, two people from two different genres. Well, guess what? I was wrong. That was two women having a conversation. Two women one saying, respect my boundaries. The other one saying, well, I want to know why you do such and such and say such and such. You know what I'm saying? One wanted to get some answers. One I'm saying, I don't owe you no damn answers. Who are you for me to give you any answers? So I dig it. But I just wanted Queen Jules to understand. I know, Jules, we know. Oh my God. I just be wanting Jules to understand. Sometimes I'm learning folks can't handle rejection, even virtual rejection. You would think, it's one thing not to be included, on the playground and stuff. But shit, I don't got people. Most of the enemies I got on this app is because I rejected them and said, hey, let's not deal, But some of these kids, they just, some of these young ladies, I shouldn't say kids, some of these young ladies, they just be like, why are you rejecting me? What's wrong with me? Instead of, they don't look at it from, look, we may be younger, not so. I'm not on here for that.
I'm sorry. May I speak?
Can I speak afterwards, please?
Yes, thank you. I was just wondering why do the younger folks come to this app looking for an auntie or uncle? Why do they come to this app looking for this? And then they expect when they don't get what they think they should get from the person that they're looking up to, then there's a big problem. They want to start knocking them because they're in their 50s or in their 40s and they're this and they're that. Now I'm 57. And I don't know when I became a senior citizen. I'm told just yesterday that I became a senior citizen at 55, and I didn't know that. I don't feel nowhere near a senior citizen, but if that's what I am, that's what I am. But I just don't understand why the younger folks come to the app looking for a auntie or uncle and all that stuff. I don't understand it. If they were raised in a good household, so to speak.
Well,
can I answer that?
I was about to say, what are you
okay, so just from maybe like a personal point of view for that, I don't necessarily, because I'm only 25, I'll be 26 this year, but I don't necessarily come to the app looking for quote unquote aunties, you know what I mean? However, because of the path that I am trying to take in my life, I do tend to try to find people that are of the older generations that can give me some sort of better insight. So whether it's a negative insight or a positive insight, it's still insight to me. And because maybe I don't really know how other people's family dynamics are or anything, but maybe they're like me, 25, parentless, don't have a good relationship with the family because the family is just who they are and you want no parts in that. So oftentimes you do tend to go in other places and look for people who you can better connect with, people who you feel maybe would understand your struggle or at least be willing to give you some sort of guidance so that you can get through life a little bit easier. However, I think that oftentimes the issue that we come across is in the delivery Whether I'm coming to you to ask you a question about something that I don't like that you said, maybe I came off too strong, maybe the response that you gave was too strong. Unfortunately, we can't control how people respond or how they react. So I think that sometimes we pretty much have to check ourselves instead of trying to check each other.
Can I say something? And Captain 1913, Jules, anyone who feels what, a slight or a hit by what I'm fixing to say, I would apologize, but I'm going to say it with my whole chest. What has happened to us as human beings that we as the queens are not looking for nieces? What the fuck is wrong with us? I can think about so many goddamn women that imparted in me. And the Keyona that y'all see, the parts that y'all like, is only because of God and those people. They gave me a lot of shit that my mother couldn't or wouldn't do. And do you know how valuable it is if you have a mother who, let's say you got a mother, she was a church lady, this, that, and the third, so all she God. And then all you know is blah, blah, blah. And I said it on that side because I don't want to go to the flip side. I don't want to talk about the bad parent. I'm talking about that mother. Then you run into an auntie who's like, yes, take everything to God, but also you got to watch, fight, and pray. Part of that is fight and da-da-da-da. Stand up for yourself and da-da-da-da. Because you may have a mother with the church out to turn the other cheek, and then you may run into a woman who's like, stand up for God. Didn't make no punching bag. He told your mother to name you, Janine. He didn't tell her to name you Everlast. And then you get freed from that. So you start standing up for yourself because you ran into that auntie who gave you that wisdom and so on and so forth. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Why are we not looking for fucking nieces?
Can I answer that?
The wisdom in us is so valuable. This shit is better than gold. We didn't do this journey for nothing. I didn't live this life with all this fucked up shit I've been through just so I can be like, well, that was fucked up in 2019 and that was fucked up in 2020. It's for me to tell some of y'all don't go through it. It's for me to tell y'all how to go through it. And that you're going to come out on the other side okay. I don't have a problem with nobody saying, okay, you my auntie. Like I said, as long as your ass ain't crazy, because I'm crazy now. So all that other, keep the other shit. I don't have a problem because I know all my life experiences was not just for me. That was for me to help somebody along the way. That's our responsibility. And if you don't want it, that's fine. People shirk their responsibility every day. But I ain't looking to niece up everybody, no. But the ones who do, I take it as a badge of honor. I take it as a badge of honor that somebody says, I want you to impart some of that wisdom in me, auntie. I know your ass is crazy, but you got some good stuff too. I had a crazy gun-toting auntie. I miss her every day of my life. The lady had basically the only place she ever went was to Alabama. She didn't get a chance to see the world. She didn't get a chance to do it, but she imparted in me. And some of the shit I done been through on this app, man, I wish I could call her. I miss her. So it don't bother me to niece up some of y'all. And for y'all out here who don't want nobody to niece you up, that's fine. Some of y'all don't need to be anyway. Drop, I feel like you one of them that got so much. Jesus, every day I get on this app with you, I gain more and more and more of a respect for you and how you've had a hard ass motherfucking life. So you got a lot to get to niece these girls up with. You may not want to. I don't know. But you got a lot. You didn't do that journey for nothing. You done raised your children where you raised summa cum laude. These motherfuckers ain't know what summa cum laude mean. Y'all, we got a lot. Mocha, we got a lot. We got a lot we can give. And I do think that's our responsibility, not to everybody, but to pick up someone along the way. Because let me tell you something, they ain't putting out one Mercedes in the ground with me. They ain't putting this house in the ground with me. They ain't putting none of that shit in the ground with me. They putting what some people thought. It's going to be some people, I don't want funerals, but I'm just saying, it's going to be some people that said, Auntie Key, I met her on TikTok and she did this for me, or I was going to take my life and da-da-da-da-da, and because of her, da-da-da-da. Now that will live on. And I'm not saying thank you, God, for everything you ever gave me, but I want to thank you more, God, for the wisdom, and I promise you I want to do some good with it. I thank God for every blessing I have, every physical, material blessing I have, but it's that wisdom that I thank him the most for, and I'm going to do something with it. I promise you I'm going to do something with it. Somebody said this ain't comfy talk, this messy talk. Well, this is comfy room today. You don't like it, you can leave. Y'all don't know, some of y'all, somebody gonna knock on your door one day and say, in 2024, I was gonna take my life, but it was you. Y'all just don't know, man. And I hate to be a softy, but goddamn, why don't y'all didn't do all this for nothing. These journeys we on ain't for nothing.
Can I answer your question?
Go ahead, drop it good.
Okay, you told a story about your life. So when I go into things about mine, to make an example, I don't want it to be seen as centering. So that's why I'm going to bring that out. First, we have to build a relationship with our own children before we start talking about getting on the internet and being auntie to somebody else's child who we don't even really know in real life. My first thing to do is have a strong relationship with my daughters. My second thing to do is have a strong relationship with our mothers. Many of us don't even know how to forgive and give our mother the grace that we want to give people on the internet. I know that, like you brought up the Bible says that I'm going to have mother against daughter, daughter against son. So since I know that scripture, I make every effort that even though when my mama get on my nerve, I'm still going to remain to have the relationship with her. When my daughters do something wrong or when I do something wrong, I'm going to first apologize to them because I know that the enemy is coming after families. I'm going to worry about those families. I'm going to have my house in order first. Secondly, let me say that when I got on these apps, I came across some broken, condescending, mean-spirited young women. So how do you want me to auntie those type of women? What Frankie was saying is right, but that's not what I've experienced on Message Set of TikTok with these women. Young girls in my real life, they admire me and they come to me for whatever they need. My son called me the other day because his girlfriend was having a problem at work. Instead of calling her own mama, they called me. So I get the respect in real life. I can't be fighting to try to get respect for some women that I really don't even know how they live in real life. I don't know if they faces are the real faces. I don't even know, like we found out Trina have a very good mother. I don't even know your family background that I want to say now I'm going to step in and be an auntie to somebody who don't even respect their own mother. I'm sorry. You need to build a relationship with your own mother first. Fix that relationship. And then I can tell you, because that's what I'm going to tell anybody first. If you don't have a relationship with your mother, I know it's hard. I know we've all have childhood trauma, but you should be building a relationship with a person that's going to be there for you, because when TikTok goes off, I turn it off or they take it down, I am nobody to you. So the first relationship that you should be trying to build is with your own family. If you are so adamant about building a relationship with a stranger, why don't you use that energy to build it within your own household and break generational curses in your
Thank you.
own
You took the
fucking
words out of
life?
my mouth. Some of us are not strong enough to break these curses, because let me tell you something. In my family, right? In my family, I watched my mother, and this is no shade to my mom. I watched my mother with her boyfriends or whatever. She'd run to the phone. But when Big Mama would call, which is her mother, my grandmother, tell my mom sleep, tell my mom this, tell my mom that. But when her boyfriend mama called, you know what I'm saying, she run to the phone. She done worked all night, but still wake up and got to talk to this woman all day, knowing she got to go back to work that night. And I mean, so I feel like it was, and my grandma was a absolutely wonderful mother. She was a hustler, and she hustled to make sure her children never wanted. That was her biggest thing. Y'all ain't gonna ask for a fuck thing out there, because then they make me look bad. My mama left her mother's house because, you know why? She wore her homegirl's stockings. And my grandmother said, I didn't buy you that. And she was ready to whoop her ass. She crawled up under the bed so my grandmother couldn't reach her, crawled out the window at night and went to move in with her aunt. Because my grandmother, that was a sign of you making me look bad. You out here wearing other people's shit. And so she stayed with my aunt till she, you know what I'm saying, till she married my father, which wasn't long after that. But anyway, what I'm saying is there be generational curses where that mother, father, and it ain't because, like I said, my grandmother was a damn good mama. But for whatever reason, my mama took her for granted. It wasn't until the very end that she went, I had a great ass motherfucking mama. You feel me? Me and my
All are
daughter.
rebellious though.
Yeah, I
Kiana.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I can say this. I had 3 women. Well, I had several, but the 3 top women that I thank on Mother's Day, in addition to my mom, my best friend Chrissy's grandmother, who I stayed with them from 8 to 17, that's Doll. Doll children talked to her like a goddamn dog. She didn't have a relationship, but she still parted in me. She still gave me the wisdom that she couldn't give her children because they wouldn't listen to her. Right? So a lot of the shit, like how I am with a man, I can do bad by myself. I don't need, he ain't finna goddamn be over here living off me. Da, 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 da. I got that from Doll. Right? But our own children will listen to her. Miss Selma, one child, only one child. And every time Lil Mama came, that was her name, Lil Mama. She's like 90 years old now. She's still alive. Every time Lil Mama came over there, she'd pick a fight with her own fucking mama. She had the best goddamn mama in the town. This woman, when she died, the whole town came together. She reminds you of the lady from, when the girl cried behind the casket? What's the one, Mocha? When she wanted to pass for white and she like her mama? That lady, God damn it. Imitation of Life. Miss Zelma was an imitation of life type of one. She actually looked like that lady. Yeah, and she acted like that lady. And she had one daughter. And Lil Mama would come over there and show out, disrespect her. But this woman was given to everybody in the fucking community. She was imparting into everybody, but couldn't impart into her own daughter. So if she had that mentality, part of me be fucked up right now. If she said, well, I'm not giving you goddamn kids. I ain't imparting into none of y'all because I'm trying to make sure me and Lil Mama get it together. Me and all my siblings are baptized because of Miss Zelma. This woman is the one taught me the good Lord. Made sure I knew what the word of God was. And until the day she died, her and Lil Mama didn't get it together. So I can't look at it like that. I can't look at it like that.
But you didn't let me finish though, Kiana. I was gonna get there. So my thing is, for people, if I'm going to exert some extra energy to change some people who don't fuck with me like that, I might as well do that with my own children. But there are some young ladies on this app who say, I appreciate your wisdom and I want to follow you behind you and receive that wisdom. But I'm not going to fight a stranger to believe that I have something to offer them. I'm not going to beat my head. If I'm going to beat my head again, they're going to gravitate to you. Just like the lady you said who raised you, you gravitated to her and you allowed her to impart some things to you. But the motherfuckers that I've met on this app, they don't want that. They think they got it together, though they don't have nothing. They think they know it all, though they ain't accomplished nothing. So how do you want me to impart into somebody who don't respect what I say, don't respect my wisdom, and as a matter of fact, think that I don't have any, think that I'm only worth a conversation, I'm not worth being an auntie. So if I'm not worth being an auntie, I'm not going to beat myself over the head and try to make myself do that. Right? So that's what I'm saying. So just because you don't see us being an auntie, don't mean that we don't want to be an auntie, because that means there's somebody who wants us to be our niece. So if they don't want to be our niece, don't mean that we don't want to be an auntie. Don't mean we don't want to be an
I'm not going to niece all y'all up, but just the ones that ain't been raised. I mean, and I shouldn't say that because I wasn't raised, but I had Miss Elma and Doll and Bernice. I had them. So but I thank God for the village that I had because, like I said, my godmother Bernice, she God, and Dog was street, Dog was bootlegger, and you do bad by yourself. You don't need no help. Don't let no nigga do this. Don't, she gave me all the rules. Don't dress a man and all this and that, you know what I'm saying? And then I had Miss Zelma. Again, she wanted me to know, go to God. But I saw her strength and how she treated her husband, I saw her strength and how she, you know what I'm saying, she kept all of us and washed our face every day and made us know. It's just so, I'm so grateful. I'm
Sometimes
so
our
grateful.
children don't. Sometimes our children, and me and my daughter was having this conversation. Sometimes our children don't receive from us because they have to see us in our nakedness. They have to
Right.
see us going through. They have to see us in our trauma. And many times we're a young women raising them, so we're growing up together. So they have less respect for us than somebody that's on the outside who don't really know our full story, don't know our dirt like our children know our dirt. So many times it may look like hypocrisy to our children. Well, mama, I saw how you used to go out with these men and drink and pop pussy and all this other stuff, but I changed. It doesn't matter. It still made an impression on that young child. So now you in the church, but I remember what you used to do. So as children, they have to come out of that. And that's why I say so often, give your mother grace. That's why mothers need so much grace.
Can I
Absolutely.
piggyback off of what she just said?
Yeah.
Because I totally agree with what she was saying. I think that sometimes we forget that even though you do age, you don't have to share your experience with other people. You're not obligated to tell anybody anything. You're not obligated to respect anybody. You're not obligated to what was I getting ready to say? You're really not obligated to do anything. I don't have to give you advice, and I also, on the other end of that, I don't have to listen to your advice either. And I
Yeah.
think that that is also forgotten. Like, just because as an elder person you're wanting to share your wisdom, your knowledge with younger people, it doesn't mean that they have to listen to you, because maybe what you're saying, maybe the way you live, it doesn't resonate with us. So, it's okay for you to say what you want to say, but it is also okay for you to feel like I'm not gonna keep giving if you're not gonna take. You're just gonna turn around and disrespect me, and then you're gonna clown on my old age. Like, no. So I totally agree. You don't have to do it either way it goes, and it's totally up to you. And I'm with Queen Jules. Respect that boundary. If I say I don't want to talk to you, if I say don't address me, just don't do it. It's very simple. It's very easy. We don't have to talk. We can be in the same space and not even acknowledge each other. You can address something that I have said without directly addressing me.
Agree.
So if that's what we're gonna do, then that's just what we should do. That way you keep the peace within the space.
Right.
I like to say, Keyona, I think that I know that there's a lot of broken hearts out here. I see it all the time, and I get it, right? But if you like someone, if you don't like someone, there's ways to go about it. And I think, unfortunately, there are some issues with social skills. This is a platform where you're going to share spaces with people that you might not favor. You know what I'm saying? You're going to share spaces with people who irritate you because this is the way the platform is. But I like what Big Sad said. You can actually have an opinion about a topic and you can address the topic generally, but you don't have to address the person, especially if the person doesn't want to be bothered with you. I came on TikTok to hang out. Initially, I came for business, but I am on TikTok to hang out. Much like when you go to a club or you go to a barbecue, you go and talk to everybody. I'm friendly. I can talk to you, but there's some people I'm not going to talk to, right? I go to the club. You're going to the club. You're going to dance. You're going to the bar. You're speaking to the people, the ladies, whoever, whatever you do, you go to hang out and you go back home. I'm not on this app to create a family. Now, let me say this. A lot of this, from my experience, people are forcing themselves on you. If you naturally see somebody on a daily basis and you're on this app for 6 months, 8 months, and you build a rapport with somebody and you decide to give them your number and you all build a friendship from that's natural. That's organic. It can happen. I can see somebody building a very close relationship with people on this app, but let it happen naturally. You cannot force someone to be in your face and liking you and talking to you. It's wrong. I don't want to force a relationship. And another thing, and I'm going to land my plane. When you see me, and if I see you, like, and I like you, I'm attracted to the things you say, I'm attracted to something about you, you're going to go to where you like people. You're going to go to where you're attracted for whatever reason that is, right? But if you don't like somebody, you're not going to move towards them just to tell them how much you don't like them. To me, that's strange behavior, right? I got to where I am because I'm drawn to the people I like. And when people are looking good, smelling good, and they got something to offer, I'm attracted to those people. I'm not trying to beat them down. I'm not,
Girl,
listen, no.
Shit. You've been going over the rhinestones even after she blocked you. You've been over there.
Hold on. Are you trying to tell me how I feel? I like Diamond.
There are several spaces that you
I
have.
like Diamond. Wait a minute.
You have lost your goddamn mind.
No, you've lost yours. Wait a minute. Slow down. I don't think you comprehending. I like Diamond to this day. I don't hate no
Dragging
Diamond.
the fuck out that lady last Saturday.
That's not drag. I spoke my
You
no.
said
I
the lady
spoke
only
my
want people
truth.
around her because she lower than and they lower than her.
I spoke my truth, but that doesn't mean I don't like her, Keyona. We're different. That
All right, Keyona, can I speak?
But let me land my plane real quick, Miss Brenda, please. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm speaking my truth. If you can't relate,
Rizzy did to you what you've been doing to several content creators. You need to cut your shit.
Now you're lying on me.
Not to come in
No.
Now you're lying.
So now I'm about to listen. So now I see where you are. So you're not the space that I need to be in based on what you're stating. Because if you're saying to me, no, you're lying though. Because what did I do to other people? And that's no. Give me a specific. Call one out. You made a statement. Let's unpack it.
Jewel, I saw you in tea times after tea time told you not to come back. I saw you over there at Rhinestone that asked you not to come back. Are you serious right now?
And come back.
You got blocked and unblocked from the Zebo. Jules.
Wait a minute. What did you say I've done though? What? No. What did I do? No, say what I did. Go ahead.
What are you talking about?
No, say what I've done. Yeah, you're saying people blocked me or whatever, but say what I did though.
It wasn't about what you did. It's about they feel you wasn't their cup of tea. It wasn't about what Rizzy did to you. You feel Rizzy ain't your cup of tea. Hello? Am I the only motherfucker seeing this?
I'm not playing victim.
It wasn't about Rizzy did something to you, right? You just don't feel she your type. These platforms said you wasn't their type, but yet you wanted to be unplugged.
That's not what they said. There's a difference.
Y'all see what? Okay, I ain't the owner.
No. Wait a minute. Come on, let's talk about it. I'm willing to talk about it.
I'm not going to be
I'm not your motherfucking counselor. Remember what the fuck you said? You ain't here for counseling. We ain't unpacking shit today. I said what the fuck I said. You gotta deal with it. You gotta deal with the fuck I said. Cause you with that bullshit, Jewel. You want to unpack it now. We ain't unpacking a fuck thing. You got caught. You full of shit. You have put yourself on people that don't want you either. You the most boundary breaking motherfucker on the app. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Oh, so
I caught you in your shit. I caught you dead up in your shit. Now what? Now we gotta unpack it. We will not.
Cause you can't, Keyona.
I just did.
No, you didn't. It's not the same of what I was saying. It's not the same.
You full of shit.
It's not the same.
I told you you're better with alcohol.
So what you doing? It sounds like to me you're trying to find a flaw in this beauty.
I love you on Saturdays, Joy. You the shit on Saturdays.
No, you're trying to find a flaw in this beauty. That's what you're trying to do. No, that's what you're trying to do. But listen, we all have our struggles and challenges in life. No, we all have our struggles and challenges in life, but we're not the same, Keyona. We don't experience the same things on the same way, on the same level. And it's okay. We all have our challenges.
I don't want anyone saying respect my boundaries if you've ever been blocked out of a space and you're back in that space.
I have never disrespected.
And I won't say what I won't never
You're
do. I won't say
reaching.
what I won't never do.
No, you're
But
reaching.
listen,
That is not
I
the
am a
same.
boundary breaking motherfucker.
That is not the same. No one has ever told me to leave them alone and I continue to bother them. It is not the same, Keyona. You're reaching.
Now, no, I get you on
No,
that
you're
as far
reaching
as,
for
because again,
real.
I'm a believer. Don't let somebody tell you twice they don't want you.
Yeah, but that's
That's
not the same
cold.
of what you're saying.
That's
You're talking about
cold.
blocking on the app, Mars. That's all the culture of the app. Blocking, muting. What are you talking about?
Blocking is the host way of saying leave me the
Yeah,
fuck
and if they
alone.
unblock you, then that means what?
Well, if you ask them to unblock you,
Who did you hear me ask to unblock? No, no, no.
okay.
Say it. Say it.
You didn't ask Dime them to unblock you, Jewel. Somebody get Dime in here. I'm just saying. Get Dime in here. Y'all know her memory is like a motherfucker.
Hey, Keyona,
But we have
look,
to
while
be
y'all
fair that
searching
sometimes
for,
You're
that
talking
blocking
about
comes
something that's
from
irrelevant to the
mods.
topic, though.
Sometimes those mods do stuff like that
You
too.
reaching, Kiana. It's like you trying to find a flaw.
You know
I'm
what?
not,
No,
Jewel.
you are, and
I'm
it's
not.
unfortunate when I see you like this. The people,
I don't
listen,
care how you
listen. You're
see me.
challenging somebody. You're challenging
I
somebody
don't
that
care
got
how you
money
see
like
me.
you.
Your
Wait a
opinion of
minute.
me means
You're
nothing to
challenging
me.
somebody that got money like you, married like you, travel like you, has a nice house like you, and you're sitting up there saying this shit, and you're talking about something. You looking for nieces and all of this shit with people. Girl, Kiana, what are you saying? That's not making sense.
I said what the fuck I said.
You're not making sense, Kiana.
I said what I said.
hey, Keyona, I'm not going to be up here long. Listen, I just wanted to tell you that I'm so thankful this morning because I woke up in a dark place, but I'm so thankful that you had this conversation today about the nieces or whatever. You know, I kind of understand where all of you are coming from, but I didn't want to get up into this little personal topic between you and Jules. So I'm going to go and eat me
Pay
some
Jules no
lunch.
attention. She don't pay me none. Don't worry about it.
Well, I'm going to
We
go and
live
eat
to
me
fight
some
another
lunch.
day. Jules and I just live to fight another day. It's no problem with you.
Yeah, I
No,
enjoy them
I don't do too
together.
much
I
fighting
enjoy
all
them
the time, though.
together.
I don't like those
Shut
type of
up, Joel.
relationships.
I love
But
them
I'm
I'm
going
together.
gonna tell
listen.
you right now. I'm trying to hold on to you, Kiana, but I promise you,
You're gonna be
I'm
fine.
going against my code.
But listen. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, and I'm so thankful that of this conversation you had, and I really appreciate you today. And I love all of y'all. Y'all have a good day.
You too, darling.
See you
Thank you.
later.
Can I just want to
Bye.
say one? I want to say
Bye,
one thing to
baby.
Kiana
Thank
in
you.
defense of Queen Jules. Our reputation that we have was not something that we even you. Our reputation that we get on this is not something that we necessarily created, but a false impression that was given from other people. So even though people block Queen Jules, I've gone into lives and people say,
I can
"Oh
block
hell, we
everywhere.
don't
Me and
want."
Dime both. That's why we
Hell
cool.
no, we don't want Drive Queen over here and block me. I'm like, what the fuck I did? So it's not fair when you bring up those
Right?
expectations or
I
those
just don't feel
experience with those other people
that was a
because
strange
it's not
comparison.
always
Jules, you
valid.
gonna be
It's
all
not
right.
always valid.
Yeah, but if you want to have an intelligence, you're saying you're trying to teach people, you're trying to be an
You say I can't
auntie.
teach you shit, so
Yeah,
therefore I'm not
but
unpacking the
right,
fuck
but you're
thing because you
not
say I can't
bringing
teach
up
you
the
shit.
proper.
So I'm not gonna teach you shit. And we're not unpacking shit because I can't teach you shit. So you've already
But if you
gathered
want
yours
to
and I've
teach, you
already gathered mine.
gotta. People are listening to you, though.
I don't care. You said I can't teach you shit, so why would I waste my good air?
Now you're being condescended,
Oh
Queen
my
Queen
gosh,
Jules. You're
girl.
being condescended.
She being condescending, ain't she? She know what she
Yeah,
doing.
she's
The
being
fuck I like
condescending.
wasting my good air on Jules.
But I
So
love
you,
y'all
so you
together.
got
I
an
don't
issue
care.
with me, but you want to coddle people that
No,
need you.
I don't have
I
an
don't
issue with
need
you,
like
girl.
it's weird behavior,
No, I don't
Kayana.
have an issue
You're
with you.
sending
I just
mixed
look at it.
messages to the
I look,
youth.
Jules, like I said,
You're
I look at
sending
it
mixed
as
messages to the
you could have
youth.
you have done 6 kids, a husband, a career, a business. I felt like boom, but you was like, shut that shit down. I ain't being none of these bitches' nieces.
I
Okay,
don't
well, shut
want.
the
I
shit
got
down.
nieces
Well,
and
fine,
nephews. I came on
fine,
this app to
Jules.
hang out, Kiana.
Then well, hang out, girl, hang out, child.
You know
That's
what?
all
Yeah,
fine.
You know what get on
damn.
my nerve when people act like older people are supposed to
See you
act a
later, Brenda.
certain
We
way.
thank you, girl.
When people
What you
act
say,
like
Jules?
older people, what get on my nerve is when people supposed to
I
act
don't.
like older people are supposed to act a certain way. Do they not watch Medea? Medea is how most of older people watch. That's why
Well,
Medea
I
was
grew
so
up with you.
popular. She cussed you out. She pulled out her pew pew. My grandma pulled out her pew pew. My grandma ain't play. My grandma was about to throw somebody out of a window who didn't want to get out of one of her rental apartments. She said she was about to blow one of them up. She said, "Bitch, if you won't leave, we both gonna die." She
But
turned on the gas and was gonna
but
blow
I'm gonna
that
tell you,
motherfucker
Kiana, I'm
up.
not gonna
She ain't
let you
play.
abuse me now. You're gonna have
You
to.
gonna be all right.
You're
Listen,
abusive. You're
Jules,
abusive. I'm gonna
I'm
tell you, I
not
don't put up with
abusive.
abuse.
Jules, you have abused me in so many rooms that you and I have
Oh
been
my!
in.
Are you telling? I can't believe you
Y'all
telling a
funny.
lie. God damn,
Y'all
girl.
funny,
Ain't we
man.
funny? Ain't we
Oh
funny?
my
We're
God.
Y'all
so funny.
funny, man. Y'all funny.
Yes.
This
God,
is
yeah.
really funny, and it's very beautiful to see the aunties in action. But
Yeah,
I think
no,
that this
She's
is
an
beautiful though,
irritation.
because but at the
she
end of the day,
irritated
like,
as hell about me.
but if y'all gonna call each other friends, you know what I'm saying, homegirls, cousins, whatever it is that y'all refer to one another
I
as,
don't know these
you
hoes.
have to be honest with your people, like real shit. If we're just gonna sit around and lie to each other, like if I
Thank
feel
you,
like
Candy
you doing
Baby.
something a little off, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna call you out on it, and it's okay to do that and have that conversation.
I agree,
And I
Big
Let
like
me
that
Side.
tell
y'all
you,
just had that
I didn't want to
conversation.
have this conversation with Jules, but I was going to tell her Saturday, right? When I hear Jules talk, her speech reminds me of my Aunt Bunchy. My Aunt Bunchy is old enough to be my mother's mother. As a matter of fact, my Aunt Bunchy had a son in April, and my grandmother had my mother in September, right?
Wow.
So she grew up like my mom's second mom, so to speak. So my
Yeah.
mom actually
Thank you,
respects her
Candy.
on a mother and a sister level. So, but my Aunt Bunty was that rigid aunt, right? She owned her own hair salon. She had her husband, Uncle Doc, which was her second husband. Her children's father passed, and she always, she was only went over there to get my hair done. I got the fuck away from her, and so so now she's 15 years older than my mom. My mom be 74, so 89. Right? So my Aunt Bunch is 89 right now. And her biggest thing to all her multiple nieces and nephews, y'all never come to see me. Y'all never come to see me. And so my mama had this, because now my mom she like, look, I've been looking at you as like my second mom, but goddamn it, we siblings. I need to tell you. The reason our kids don't come fucking see with you, because when they were younger, you was the rigid one. And so my auntie Shaven, who was the gun toter, that would cuss you out, tell your ass if she was the one that she did it all. Like she did it all. And we all ran to her or ran from her. It was only two ways with my aunt. We was running from her ass because she just had went too far and got, she was damn crazy. But one thing for sure and two things for certain. Whatever we was going through in our life, we'd all go. Even if my sisters used to piss me off because they didn't want nobody to know they was going to unshaven. And then I'll find out later, your ass is as soon as you got in some, as soon as you was finna get a divorce, as soon as some bitch coming at you in the town, you ran up Auntie Shaven. Didn't want nobody to know, but you did. You know what I'm saying? So I look at Jules. So when Jules say that she's like she is, I was like, damn, is she even acting like Auntie Bunchy? Because Auntie didn't really want to be Auntie when we was younger, but now she 89. All she talk about is how we don't come her way.
I'm
But
going
But
to
you
we
see
compare
Aunt
me
all.
to
Bunchy.
strangers. I got real nieces and nephews that
Are
love
you
me.
listen? Are you rigid with them?
I'm honest. I'm the mean auntie.
That's
I
what she's
know.
saying,
No,
Queen.
but it's a different kind of mean. They can call on me. They can get stuff from me. They come to my house for all the good food, all the fun. I'm the mean fun
See,
auntie.
I
I'm
see
mean.
dry.
Hold on. I'm mean because I don't tell them things they want to hear. I tell them things to help them grow and progress. And those are the things they don't like to hear. So, yes, if you want to say that is mean, hey, that's mean.
When I come to
See,
Atlanta, I'm going to see Aunt Bunchy. I just want to let you know that because that's the ones I love on.
uh-uh.
Exactly.
I try, but I try because like we all in my family have gastrointestinal issues and stuff. So if I find a gastro medicine or whatever, I try. I took a tour. I have an Amazon tour, whatever the case may be. I just still remember the rejection from when I was younger. Even don't get me wrong. Even my auntie Shaven was rejecting me when I was little. But my auntie, like I said, she's an around the way fillet. So I guess maybe when I was younger, her whole thing was y'all are kids. But once we got big enough for life and she was ready to impart those life lessons, oh, that was and I went and got us some Hooters and went over her house and we sat there and we drank and we talked and not drink liquor or anything, but we drank because she loved a good Coca-Cola. So we got our Coca-Cola and our Hooters and she would take me down memory lane and she, then she'll come out and say, somebody trying to mess with your husband. She was that. She had that intuition. She was a seer. She knew she was into that world, spiritual, all of that. So I miss her like crazy. But I find myself being so much like her. You know what I mean? My aunt that my mother, who I told you my mother moved in with, she was the mean aunt. Her house was very, very clean, extremely clean. She raised my brother, my oldest brother, well, my only brother on my mom's side. She raised him very clean, very this, but she been gone fixed to be 47 years in March. And the thing, two things remember about her, she was a very clean woman, she was a very mean woman. Mm-hmm. So that stuff gonna live with y'all 47 years later. They still talk about how clean her house was, but how mean and how she didn't take no shit. So people say I'm like her too. My mom
I don't
says
care
I'm
as
like
long
her.
as God know that I am honest. I'm not out there stealing. I'm not out there backstabbing. I'm not out here treating people wrong. I have no criminal record. You know what I'm saying? I live above board in the community as a woman. I was not. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, but honey, I am satisfied with the decisions I made. So if you want to call me mean, it's okay.
You
But I'm
said
the
you
good
was mean. I
mean.
didn't call you mean.
No, but I'm saying
You
I'm the good
said
mean. I'm the good mean.
I didn't say it.
Yeah, I
You
don't
said it.
steal. I don't cheat. Yeah, so other than the fact that when I cheated on my husbands, but
I'm
that's
finna say,
another
wait a
story.
minute. Wait a minute.
Oh Lord, you cheated on your husband's queen?
Speaking of stealing and cheating, people are coming in here. I'm going to announce it myself this time, Mocha. People are coming in here saying that they have my whatever. You have my arrest. I don't have a background. My background check is clean as a whistle, baby. So I don't give a fuck. Show
Yes, I
all
can
the
pass a
arrest.
background check. I mean,
I
when you want to
passed,
talk
baby.
about
I passed
people's
federal.
characters, you could get down to the nitty gritty about really their characters for
I
real.
ain't slept with nobody's husband. I didn't take nobody's man. I don't do that type of
Oh,
shit.
girl, that's old news.
You'll never catch somebody saying I stole. You'll never catch somebody saying I was a thief. I was a fraud. But do I have hands? And did I used to kick doors in? Yes, I did. Have me and my husband fight? Yes, we have. So those are the things, when they put those out there, it's only going to make young girls come over here even more
Can I
and
ask you a
say, oh,
question?
I didn't know Auntie Key, you know what I'm saying? And she's still able, even though she used to fight like all outdoors and she didn't take no shit off no man. But yet, you know what I'm saying? She still can pass this test, get this license, and become a millionaire. So go and listen, young girls, listen to the whores and those who have nothing to, and then come back over here and say, okay, I still want to be like Auntie Key, because Auntie Key is hip, fly, and she don't take no shit. Yes, she got some mug shots, sure do, but not a motherfucking background check, bitch. That
Did you call me,
motherfucker clean.
Kiana? Did you
No, I
call
was
me?
saying how they said that. So for those who are listening to that and thinking it's gonna shame me, because ain't one thing you ain't gonna find, not even a mug shot about no theft, no fraud, no this or no that, no none of that stealing shit. Hands, yes, I got them. Feet too.
I
Ag
don't understand
assault
what you're talking
weapon.
about.
Yeah, I used to open a motherfucker up. You put your hands on me as a dude, I'm opening you up. That was my mama's taught me that shit. You don't let a nigga motherfucker. That's why when they said this, I said, y'all, if Tony had did this, he'd been opened up. Trust me. That was the rule. My grandmother used to told her ice pick, and she had a body out this world. My mama, she said, I couldn't figure out how my mom used to, when she went to go out, she would hide that ice pick on her, but her clothes used to fit her so tight. And she said, I ain't know what she hit that ice pick at. I didn't grow up to let no motherfucker just beat on me. You put your motherfucking hands on you. Listen, I can take you back because goddamn hell, can you take me back? Because I'm going to do some shit to you. The answer ain't gonna be whether I'm gonna take you back. You gonna take me back after the goddamn shit I do. Shit me. So ain't nothing they can say over there that's gonna make me feel bad. No, I'll open you up. Yes, have been arrested for ag assault more than once. I don't do pew pews because those are forever. That I thank God, baby. That everybody take. Don't let her. I don't do pew pews. The pew pews that in this house, I don't have. I don't even have a combination to. No, none whatsoever. I can't even access them if I wanted to.
My
No,
kids couldn't
bad.
believe I got a gun because they say, Mama, you crazy. You don't need a gun.
So
I'm just
y'all
going
can
to
miss
use
me
it when
about my
it's needed.
background check and anything else. Heartbreaker, yours is the motherfucker that should make you feel bad. Trina, yours is the one that should make you feel bad. Breaking, yours. Mine saying I'll hit a motherfucker back that hit me and open him up and stitch him up. It will. Surely fucking will. I don't give a fuck what y'all put out there about me. It ain't gonna make me no different because I'm
What's your
still on.
background?
Oh
Tell us
no,
what
when
your
I was
background
younger, I was
is.
off the chain, but I like to party. I was a
So why you sat up here
partier.
and told all that shit, Jules?
No, what I'm saying is, girl, could you let somebody? What are you doing, Keyona? That's why people
Talking
can't
about
open up to y'all people because y'all crazy and y'all take
we not your
everything.
friends. We not
Y'all
your
can't. People can't
friends.
talk because y'all be looking for flaws. Y'all be looking for something to use.
Jewel, you're gonna have to get to know the ABCs of me. I am actually being funny right now. This is not me
You
being serious.
crazy.
Your mama crazy. I'm just playing. You crazy.
My mother is dead, and my
Jewel, you know
father.
I wasn't gonna disrespect your mama.
Yes, you is. That's okay. She's dead. She can't hear you. She was in her
As a
resting
matter of fact, that
place.
was a beautiful. Listen, that was a beautiful picture, though. You was looking like you might have been a little snack, huh?
That was my first wedding.
You had several with your crazy
She was
ass.
able to see, my mom was able to see one of her children get married, and her baby girl was the one that got married. And she told me, she said, I'm so happy. She said, I never thought I'd see any of y'all get married.
She didn't think nobody was gonna take your crazy ass. She said, she probably told her son-in-law, nigga, what you thinking? But I appreciate you for taking it off my hands. Cause she
No,
crazy.
my mama told me when I was 16, she said, you gonna have to kiss some ass one day. That's what she told me. And I said, huh? Why would I have to kiss some ass? She said, because you don't care about nobody, what they think, what they say. She said, but one day you gonna have to kiss some ass. And I'm gonna be honest, I was so confused when I walked away from her house. It kept playing in my head like, why would my mother say that? But now I understand why. That was her way of saying it, but I get what she was saying, like humble yourself. You're gonna have to humble yourself. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
listen to somebody.
Yeah.
She was a country woman, so she said that's how she said what she wanted to say to me at that time. But at the same time, my mom, let me say this to y'all. I wasn't raised with my mom. I was raised with my dad. My mom lived across town. But I saw my mom on the weekends. I saw my mom all the time. It was never a time that I didn't see my mom. My mom had my sister and her brother, my brother living with her. I live with my dad. But one day, I decided to call my mom years later and tell her that I loved her and that I forgived her if she thought I felt some type of way, any type of way of her not raising me in her home. In fact, I'm glad that she didn't raise me in her home because my mom lived on the rough side of the city and my dad lived in the middle class community. So I was like happy when I thought about it. I thought about the pros and cons. If I live with my mom, what could happen to me? And while I'm living with my dad, and I had to think of this, and it became a reality for me that, oh, my mom really was looking out for me. She was doing the best she thought for me by allowing me to live with my dad. I had no regrets about that. I was happy she did it. You know what I'm saying? And then I let her know that, Mom, don't worry about you not raising me. I love you. I appreciate you doing the best for me. And let me tell you, when I did that for my mom and me and her became closer. We became closer and very tight. My mom watched my children when I went on my honeymoon. She came over to my house. She used to wash my clothes. She would clean up the kitchen on a Saturday or Sunday, you know what I'm saying? And I'd take her home. And she was a real laid back type of woman. But she
Yeah.
did but she didn't really want much out of life. She was good with mediocrity. She wasn't trying to be rich. She just was just a plain Jane. She was comfortable with going to the store, going to get her little beer, you know what I'm saying, listening to her music and staying out the way. right? My mom lived in the projects, and let me tell you this: she never did drugs a day in her life. Right? She didn't smoke cigarettes. She was just a country girl that came from the country and found her way in the city and got into the housing. And so when I grew up and understood that, I was like, wow, my mother was strong, because with all the crackheads all around in the community, you know what I'm saying, and people on drugs and their parents was like winos and stuff like that, my mom stayed the course. You know what I'm saying? She just stayed. Now I'm gonna be honest now. Her choice in men was interesting. Her boyfriends were interesting, but
But
she was
aren't you
cool.
glad? Aren't you glad that you wasn't around those men? It took me until again I had some children, because my mom and my dad split in summer of '86. That's when he wrote that song I be playing for y'all by the Williams Brothers. But anyway, she got this guy out of Alabama, and she used to go to his family every weekend from the time I was 8 to like right around 15ish, and 15, 16ish. And I didn't like that because I never went to Alabama. I think I finally went to Alabama maybe a couple of years ago for the first time in my life, even though it's the next state over. But my mom used to go to Alabama every Friday morning when she got off work, and then come back until Sunday night when she went back to work. And I just hated that. And I hated his family. And I thought, what kind of people would let her, knowing she has a daughter that she left from the next state, what kind of people are them? But when I got grown, it hit me. I'm glad my mother went to her men instead of bringing her men to us, because so many people have been touched. That's not I don't have that one. And God bless any of you who have that as a part of your, your story where you've been touched by someone. I've got a lot of shit with me. I got a lot of shit. I don't have that one. And so for anything, I do give my mother the grace of that. Thank you that you didn't bring them to us.
That's true. I mean, I think a lot of my experiences came from my own actions as a young person. I was very mischievous. You know what I'm saying? I had my own mind. I was all strong willed. I did what I wanted to do. I had good parents, and I really mean that sincerely. I don't blame my parents for anything that I've done. I don't. I can't go back and say, oh, my parents or my mom should have did this or my dad should have did that. I don't do the blame game. They handled their lifestyle and their parenting based on where they came from, and they did their best. I have to believe that they did their best based on what they knew, and that's it. So I look up to my parents.
You just said this in a room of 300, and I appreciate the method in which you did it. You just said this in a room of 316 people, but just imagine that strange young lady who tried to figure out why her and mama don't get along, and what you just said could free her. Is go, your mom is only coming from the air and space. It has nothing to do with you.
Right.
It's not about you. She's only coming from the air and space that she came from, and that will free them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said what I said. And I apologize that we did get into a heated discussion in here. But again, y'all know I like the messy. I told y'all we're going to have a little Russell Tussle sometime. So we have a little Russell Tussle. But at the end of the day, that's all I was saying. We knowing what we know now, because let's tell it. We lived as victims at one point of our parents. Why they didn't do this for me, and why they did this to me, and why
did that, Keyona?
Well, you say you told her you forgave her.
Yeah, I forgave my mom, my dad. I just don't. It's just never been in me to blame people for my flaws.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Again, Jules, sometimes you be acting real obtuse, but that's the natural progression of life: to love your parent, then judge your parent.
I've never judged my parents.
That's how I'm telling you, I sat and watched T.D. Jakes, and he said across his stage, he walked across the stage and said it. Children, that's what you do. You go from loving them to judging them.
Not me.
And then you go right back to...
I accepted. I understood what happened.
I was going to say, I don't know how you managed to do that.
Why
you got some life and never judged your parent?
I never judged them.
Later in life.
I understood it. I understood what they went
So
through.
when you was told no, you couldn't go to the fair or the game or the what? I'm from the South, so we have fairs. You didn't judge your parent.
Judge them because they told me no? No, my ass would just go do it
Matter of
anyway.
fact,
I
I
was
just
hard
thought I
headed.
heard you judge your mother in her man choice.
Yeah, but it's not
So
something.
I
Okay,
know.
Lord, gee, this is why I can't talk to y'all people. On, I promise you, this is why I can't talk to y'all. Y'all just be looking and just woo,
No, it's
damn,
just a
Keyona.
perception, Queen. It's just a perception. It looks
No,
like judging.
listen. I told you what I recognized about my mother, but that's not a judgment. It's just that I recognized her. I didn't sit and ponder it and think, oh my God, my mom did this, my mom did that, my mom did this. It wasn't something that taunted me. It's just a fact. I stated a fact.
Well, it's still a judgment, regardless of how
But
long
if
you
however you want to do it,
yeah.
however y'all want to say it, but I promise you, this is why people can't share nothing on here. You
Nobody
all be
said it was
looking for
bad though.
flaws
What's
so
Nobody
wrong
said
with
it was
bad. It's
that?
bad.
What's wrong with
Nobody
that?
said it
ridiculous.
was a
You
bad.
ultimately forgave her.
Nobody said it was bad, Queen. Nobody
No,
said
but
it
the
was a
fact
bad.
that the way y'all come at it is ridiculous. It's just poor. It's just low vibrational shit. If somebody is offering you some information and volunteering an experience, just accept what you hear. You're trying to
See,
break it down and believe one thing and say this and say that. Just accept what they're telling you. You and them are not the same.
that's
Hold
why their
on.
perception of judgment is different because y'all not the same. Judgment doesn't mean that it's something bad, but we always look at what somebody do and question it. So when you question what somebody has done, that's judging them. When you question that your mother, why she chose the men she chose,
Did I
regardless
question
if
it
you
or did I state the fact? Did I question it
regardless
or
if you
did I state a
ponder,
fact?
it's not a fact because they may be bad to you, but they evidently if she chose them, they weren't
I
bad to
said
her.
she had some interesting choices of men. That's all I said. Did I question it or did I state a fact based on my opinion on where I sat?
Okay, so your opinion mean you judge that. When you put your opinion on something somebody does, it's a judgment,
I
queen.
disagree with that. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, I disagree with that. I disagree with that.
We'll agree to
That is a
disagree on this one.
disagreement. That's a disagreement. A judgment is like saying, okay, so I'm gonna use this. A
A
judgment is
judgment,
like
the meaning of
saying,
judgment is forming an opinion or conclusion about. That's the meaning of judgment, and that's exactly what you just admitted that you did. It doesn't mean you
but still,
pondered
I'm
it. It
still
doesn't mean you
listen.
questioned
Y'all
it.
be looking, my shit be so beautiful. Y'all, even with my flaws, my shit be
Nobody
so
said it was
awesome and
bad,
beautiful.
queen.
Y'all just
Nobody
be
said it was
trying to find something
bad.
to
Jurors
taint
have to be
it.
Stop.
right.
And that's why I
Jurors
can't share
have
on
to
this
be
app.
right. I
Y'all
get
look
it.
for
I got you
problems
now,
in
George. I see what
everything.
it is. You gotta be right. I feel you.
No, but you look
You
if I
gotta be
told
right.
you that I went down the street and bumped my head and fell and scraped my knee
You gotta
and
be
hurt
right.
my toe, that's not good enough. Then you all be trying to figure out how deep was the cut, how deep, how much blood came out. You know what I'm saying? How many stitches I got.
Because you're
Like,
trying to play the narrative
damn.
that you never
Well,
judged your parents when you just told us a story about when you judged your mother's choice of men because you said
But
she
it's
had an
like, oh
interesting
my
choice.
gosh. It's y'all reaching.
Lori, Lori,
Okay.
No
You're
offense.
reaching.
Hey, Queen Jules, no offense, but when she made that statement, it wasn't directed towards you. I think when she was saying we all, she just made a general statement and you came out and said not me. So you kind of put yourself in the front of that statement.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying, but I
Great
think a lot of
observation,
people on this
Big.
app feel like everyone is the same, and it's not true. It's not
if it
No,
true.
doesn't
I feel
apply,
like
Everyone,
let
you
it
like some
want
fly.
people say,
everyone to be the same.
we all fucked up. People be like, oh, we all fucked up, or we all crazy. Like, what the fuck? No, that's not true.
It is for you though. You one of the crazies now. I am too.
If it don't apply, let it fly.
No,
You,
listen.
you. If you living on this earth and not thinking
I'm
your
not
ass ain't
listen,
crazy,
Kiana. If you're gonna try to dissect my beauty and my grace and all of that, then girl, listen. I don't know what to tell you. You're not being a
your
good.
grace.
You're not setting an example for the young ones if you're gonna come after this
Ain't
beauty.
they goddamn example? I ain't a motherfucking example. Who the fuck said I was their example? I'm gonna do you. I'm gonna play you for a minute.
Thank
Who the fuck
you.
told them to follow? I didn't tell them to fucking follow me.
You the
They
one
ain't
said
supposed
you
to be.
wanted to be
I didn't sign up for that.
a auntie and a niece and a
The
grandmama and a
specific
mama.
ones. I'm specific ones.
You're
God
not
damn it.
setting the
I'm
example
specific
coming
ones.
after me though.
No, Drew.
You're showing hater. You're giving hater energy towards another woman that you say that can offer the young people something. You're not giving a good example. You are not going toe to toe. You're not going toe to toe. You're not setting the example.
I appreciate your opinion. Judgment.
I can't with y'all.
First, I want to say that's why I do respect Drop Queen so much. She will be honest about her opinion. I'm not saying that she right or wrong. She will be honest about her
My husband
opinion,
is like, get off the
regardless
phone
to
and get the
what's
word.
going on. And I didn't like the interaction with her and Mocha, but that's between her and Mocha. I'm not. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I do. That's why I do respect Drop Queen. Now, this is why sometimes you don't get the respect that you push so hard for people to have, because Queen Jules don't respect her own boundaries. She sat up there and gave this whole long speech about she ain't nobody auntie, I got my own family, blah, 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 but then just gave us her whole biography. Why you want to give us your biography for people you just hanging out with? I don't get it. If you just hanging out with us, why do we need that information?
Ass, Lori.
Cause why do you do that? No, you
I shared my story
I love you
out.
and I appreciate
but I'm not forcing
it.
no relationships. It's
Yeah,
not
we
the
appreciated the
same.
story, but we want you to be.
I
We want you to be.
Whenever you
appreciate
get no.
you.
You're see to me, I
The
don't
story
think you're
was beautiful.
comprehensive. You're not as bright as you think you are, Lori. So what
So
I
that's
am
what I'm saying. You
saying,
always gotta try to
no, because you're
give
not. You're
these
not. Because
attacks.
when I shared my
I
story,
did not
you either
disparage
take from
you.
it, you either learn from it or not. You
And
can
you're right.
right. So
But
what's
don't
your
say you're
point?
here just to hang out if you're not. You're not here just
I
to
can
hang
say
out
when
if
I'm
you
hanging
sharing your
out, I'm
story.
hanging out. I'm being real. I don't have to be
I'm
fake.
gonna
I'm
be
sharing
honest
my
with
story
you.
about me
Okay.
If
and my
you was here to
mom.
hang out, Jules,
She
a day
always
like
insults
today,
me.
we wouldn't even have.
She insults me because she knows nothing about me. That's the
No,
difference.
you always on
I don't
my line.
share
You stay on
my
my line,
story. So there's
girl.
nothing she can attack me with besides continuing
But you
to
always
call me
ask
dumb.
questions and you be
Jules,
off
if you
base.
was here to hang
No, I'm
out,
not.
you would come in the room. You would have came in this room today and go, they getting deep today. I'm come back when they
I
doing
should,
recaps or
you know
messy.
what? I would never share
Exactly.
personal story with on your platform
That's your
again.
choice.
But
You
we,
I
threaten
would
that
it
never.
was
every
a
No.
week
beautiful
though.
And guess what
story,
else I'm
and you
not
even
doing?
showed
Let me
us.
tell you this.
That's what
Guess
I'm
what
saying.
else
You
I'm
even
not
showed us a
doing?
picture and stuff. You even showed us your wedding picture. I would never go to the bar and show my wedding picture. I would never
Exactly.
go
You're
to the bar and take.
Y'all just
But
hating.
it's
That
good.
beautiful picture of me and
I
my
hang out at the
mother was
bar.
beautiful. Again, you're not setting the example, Keyona. You coming off as a hater. You are. You coming off as a hater, and you're not being a good representation of the youth.
You're not being
You
honest
got
with
to tell me what I'm
yourself.
hating
No,
on.
I
You're
am.
What
trolling,
I'm
No,
hating on
you're
Queen.
today.
You're
telling me you
trolling.
would
I don't have
never.
a
I would
wedding
never
picture,
show
but
a picture.
whatever.
Y'all talking about moms. I have a mom.
I got
I
one
had a
That's
too.
mom. I had a
great.
dad. I have
That's
I
nieces.
got
I
great.
two
have
of them.
nephews. I'm
I
not
got
on
three.
here to be your auntie. I'm just
Well,
hanging
then
out.
that's fine.
Now you're
Nobody's
trying to
trying to change your
police me on
mind.
how I hang out.
It is literally 280 other
I
people in
don't
here
give a
hanging
damn
out.
if it was 5,000. I'm still gonna say what I'm gonna
Those
say.
other
Thank you,
280, they
DJ.
said I want to hang out. I'm gonna hang in the motherfucking comments. You love a bar,
Exactly.
so you want
You
to do
said I
more and hang
mentioned
out.
bar. I said barbecue, a party. I use other things. I use other ways of hanging out.
Well,
Jewel, you tell like so.
can I
We
please
Kiana, you
usually
say
know what?
go
This
to
this?
is
the
not my
barbecue.
space. Trust me. You know I don't do spaces.
You'll be back
This is my.
tomorrow. She'll be back
You're not
tomorrow,
my
Kiana.
space. You're not my cup of tea, Kiana. But don't get mad. The
She'll be
last
back
time I did
tomorrow.
that, No, you're not. No, I promise you. I'm not going to sit on panels of women that's constantly coming at me. That's stupid. Okay. So this is my
How did
boundary
I
with
come
you.
at
You're
you?
not the space I would like to be in on a daily basis. I did give you a shot, even though I told you before.
Oh,
I gave
here's
you
the
a
temper
shot, and
tantrum. Here's the
you got
temper
too many
tantrum.
haters in
We're
your
not saying what
space.
Jules
You
Here's the
got
want to
way too
temper
do.
many
We're
haters.
saying that
tantrum.
It's
Jules
not
is a
my
cat
thing.
meow.
See y'all Saturday 8 to
Oh,
She's
4. It's
flawed.
not my
She has a lot of
space.
shit to unpack, and
oh.
she got to do the work. She got to go do the
I
No, I
might,
do.
tasks.
I
And
might.
I got to get to class too. I got to get to class.
Okay. Have a great
Bye bye.
day. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. I tried you, so
Now,
Kiana. I did try. I
now,
I
did
see you
did
see,
try.
Saturday. I
that's
see you
good,
Saturday.
Kiana. That's
Because
good,
I'm sure
Kiana,
coming to your
because you
space.
don't want people that think they're doing you a favor by being here.
Yeah,
That's
that's
crazy.
crazy.
She threat
That's
every
crazy
3 days.
fuck to
She
think that.
threatens to leave your space.
That
That's
is
nonsense.
crazy.
And then has a temper tantrum. See, people that think a disagreement is an attack on them. I never, not once insulted Queen Jules. I told her I respect her. Again, I was the only one sitting in her live for at least an hour Saturday supporting her. And I'm not a hater by any means. I support and love all, especially black women. I'm not prejudiced, but I'm telling y'all, I absolutely do. Even if I disagree with something you're saying, I'm not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to insult you. She has called me dumb 2 days in a row. And you know why? Because she don't know anything about me. See, that's the problem with people on this app. They sit and they try to watch you and learn you and try to attack anything you share with them. Now, I, on the other hand, am here to hang out. That's why you don't know if I'm married or not. You don't know if I have kids. You don't know anything unless you actually go visit my page or whatever. I don't come and share my story for people to attack here on TikTok. And I'm not attacking Queen Jules, but I'm telling her she contradicts herself a lot. Because if you didn't care or want people to care about you, you wouldn't come up here and share those stories. I appreciate the stories that are told from all of you. I'm not saying don't share your story. I'm saying don't say you don't care about people as a whole on TikTok, but you want us to care about your stories. That's crazy.
Exactly.
Who is Key? Who is that down there in the corner? I'm gonna follow her because I promise she just read. She said everything that I've been wanting to say for the last 30 minutes.
RSVP with Glory.
I was
Hey,
gonna come
RSVP
up and
with
I was
Glory.
gonna say, okay, so Queen says she ain't on here to be nobody's auntie. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Queen. Don't get me wrong. I like everybody because I'm not looking for anybody to be perfect on this app. Okay. I'm like Lori. I'm here to hang out, so I don't get on the panels and disclose anything about myself because I don't want judgment. I don't care for anybody that I don't know to judge me. So I was going to ask her, why are you disclosing all this to people if you're not telling that to help somebody, to be
Right.
somebody's auntie, or to be,
Right.
be friend somebody? Like, you don't have to give your personal, anything about your life if you're not trying to help someone. So,
Right.
Lori, I'm gonna follow you, honey, because I believe we probably a good little match.
Okay,
But
girl, I
that's what.
already followed you. And don't listen to Queen Jewel. She said she said change my name from RSVP because I don't get invited nowhere. Don't believe her. I am definitely a socialite and I've been one since 1999 without giving away my age. So yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
I do
So
follow you.
thank you. I'm gonna follow you back. But I'm just saying, all of us are here for something. You know what I'm saying?
Something.
We're here for something, whether it's to
Yeah. Especially
socialize.
on this
And if you're
side.
gonna socialize and get to know people, it's natural for you to become, friends or associates, start to like people. It's gonna
Clock
come.
it. I'm sorry,
I,
TikTok
I
watch.
mean,
I'm
there's
so
no.
sorry, but
Yeah.
I'm sorry, TikTok testimony, but TikTok watch just said she literally ran up the steps to get a bag the other day to show. Yesterday showing us the equipment. Why does all that matter if you just want to hang out? A lot of times,
Exactly.
if you pay attention to people, people feel less than in their lives, myself included. That's why y'all saw my fucking attic all the way to my goddamn basement and my outside. Some of us feel, and we just need to own that shit. Some of us feel less than, and we got to show that, hey, I'm worthy too. Let me show you. I got some nice accoutrements. right?
Yes, and it's
He
okay.
feels less than, and the writing is on the wall, and the light is fucking tired of beaming. You feel less than, Queen. I love you, but you do.
Yes,
Own
she
that
needs that
shit. Especially those of
validation.
us who had children early. Especially those of us who are from, you know what I'm saying, man, I've been from. Queen have said some shit to me. Oh, I'm proud of being from the hood. I'm proud of, okay, I had a baby at 17. I did this, that, and the third, but here
I
I
thought you was
sit.
gone, girl.
I know, right? This ain't your space, but you still in the damn thing. So, but I'm glad she's here because I don't like talking about people when they're not around to hear what you say. That's like, whack to me. So thankfully she is still here. But we have to own that shit. There are some insecurities in us for whatever reason that makes us want to show people we're worthy. Right?
Kiana, I'm Kiana, and I don't know, maybe this is the Lord trying to tell me to get it out here. But let me tell y'all something. It's just a lack of self-awareness. A lot of this stuff I see on TikTok, I've went through
Been
those
there.
emotions, those feelings, those situations, and when I started to become more healed and trying to heal myself, the Lord set me down, and I wrote a journal called I don't even remember the name of my journal, on my mind everywhere. It's about self-awareness. Here We Grow Again is the name of it. It's on Amazon. Anybody want to get it? It's all about self-awareness. And it's just taking that time to get to know who you are. And sometimes that hurt. Looking at yourself and everything that you've been through and how you reacted to certain things. Sometimes it hurt to admit to some of those things. But it's a great journal. I've gotten so many good reviews. If you want to go get it, if you can't find it, you can inbox me and I'll help you and give you that link. But it's all about self-awareness. It's okay to want to be validated. It's okay. We do that. We go through those stages where we're like, okay, have I accomplished anything? And the only way you're going to know that is through validation. And sometimes people will bless you by telling you what you are to them and how you bless them. And sometimes we don't have anybody in our circle that can ever tell us how we bless them and how we've helped them. So we need validation as humans.
But I think a lot of times learn how to own the positive and the negative. We taught that in science class. Every cell, everything has a proton. You know what I'm saying? It has a positive and a negative. The battery don't work in all our devices and all of this in our car. The battery don't work unless the positive and the negative are being used. Remember that.
Yep.
So
Yep.
when you try
And I
to
just want to
deny
point. Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry, Laura. Go ahead.
I just want to point out, Queen Jules, you're proving the point because your comment, show me pics of you and your mom before a girl bye. Nobody has to prove anything. If I never show a picture, that don't mean I have a good relationship. If I show a picture, that don't mean I have a good relationship. Everyone can use this app for whatever reason they want to use it for. If you want to share. If you want to show your house, show your house. If you want to show your job, show your job. We're all here for different reasons, and all of them are valid. That's the point you're missing.
That's it, sister. That's it.
The negative, like I said, the insecurities from growing up with nothing, not even having a coat, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes for some winters and people having to buy me a coat, that's what made me show y'all my furs. So when we peel back the layers and get to the bottom of why we do certain things, then, then you'll know. I grew up with nothing. That's why it don't bother me. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say that right. It makes me feel like I gotta show what I got because I didn't have a lot. I didn't have anything, actually. Once you acknowledge why you do the things you do, you can then live with it. So when folks say, oh, okay, you show off stuff, and I'm like, I'll stop you in your tracks, BET, you promised your people that you would not come over here. I saw the thing. You promised your nieces that you would not be over here in this live, BET. Now, you didn't use me, and I didn't use you. We had a transaction. But you told them you wasn't coming over here. Now, what you doing over here? I'm going to call them out so the blogs can tell your nieces you been over here. What you talking about? Thank you. Thank me. You welcome. You welcome. And thank you, by the way, because I got my rocks off on that big bitch.
If you want to get in the box, I'll drop. Let him up. He can say what he needs.
That's what, now you went back on your word. You promised some girls you weren't gonna be
I'm
over
a
here.
drop because he full of mess and I don't even want to hear him. Bye.
Come on up, BET. These people mad with you in these streets because you said you used me. They about to put next case you have, you doomed, sir. People don't like AJ, so they sure ain't gonna vote for you. She gotta do her overtime. I done sent you the darn invite now. I sent you the invite. So the next time, that's what he said he used me. BT, come up. I done sent you the invite. Back nabbit.
Kid, this the BET that you represented on Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
He said he used you?
The blogs caught them talking and said that he used
Oh,
me.
man.
That's why he probably ain't coming up.
Well, what you said you came to talk to me. How we talking? How we gonna talk? Now you gonna make Drop Queen and Lori get out the box. No, AJ was gonna happen. She wanted to happen. Okay, speak then, BT. Speak, BT. I don't know how this gonna come off any different to them, but okay. Now, as a grown ass man, I would do what the hell I want to do, but I'm just saying, I'm a different type of person. Frankie said, "Hey, you're quite welcome, but you back to you had to run some people over, BT. I can't even lie. So many people had, after what happened and so on and so forth, folks was apologizing, doing all of this, and now you're back on the hated list because they heard you say you used me. Tis, BET. You poor thing, you." He can't get in the panel because some strangers they've never met in real life, he promised them he wouldn't. Yeah, he won you over, then he dropped. And Drop had just cussed him out like a damn dog the other night. And she got a chance. See, that's why I said people needs to stop doing what they do. Tis, BET. Certain things I just be like, what in the hell? On this app is weird behavior because we too grown for the shit. We too grown for the shit.
You should have got him in a box, then called him out. Because when you called him out, he wouldn't go get in the box no more. You should have waited till he got in the box and say, well, now, BT, I thought you wasn't going to be over here.
Let me be real. Look, let me be messy real quick because that's the reason I'm on TikTok. If anybody wants to know, no, I'm joking, but really, BET, my husband saw you at the race the other day. I think it was Sunday. And he saw you in one of the boxes, and he was like, "I think I know him." So I took him to your page, and he know you, BET. So we're closer than you think. But I ain't got nothing against BET.
Well, he's quickly becoming a non-fan favorite again. He's quickly becoming a non-fan.
And I just want to point out, not only did he say he used you, he said he knew. He said he knew you wouldn't be able to control yourself and you'll act a fool. That's why he picked you. Like he just totally threw you under the bus. I don't like that because everybody over here was being kind. I know I couldn't stand him and I listened. I heard him out and then you just gonna go throw you under the bus.
You heard him out on behalf of me, then you Lord.
That's why I don't like him. He's so fucking messy. I don't like him.
Exactly.
He always in women business.
Go activate over there. Stay from over here. Bye.
He always in women business. I don't like him.
See.
Yeah, my husband was shocked to see him. Why he up there with all those women? Ain't he married? I said, yeah, but that's what he do.
Y'all leave BET alone.
Had that poor Candida mouth AJ.
Fucking him right, so that he want to be in other people's business.
AJ could have been brushing her tongue with all them videos you had that girl watching, thinking she was gonna be your lawyer. You knew all along. I tried to quit several times, and you asked me. So you must be scared. I know you ain't scared of nature. I said, man, don't try me. Don't Jedi mind trick me. If you got somebody else working on it, because Glock had told me she was watching the video, that AJ was watching videos trying to be brought up to speed and taking her notes. So I was like, well, I don't do co-counsel. Well, I do because me and Atlas co-counsel, but not with Thrushmouth. I'm not doing it with Thrushmouth. But that girl could have been brushing her tongue while you had her watching all them videos and stuff. That girl could have been drinking her some doggone lemon juice and vinegar water to get that goddamn candida out of her
She a
throat.
nurse with a white tongue.
White tongue, baby. These bitches be nasty.
So many of your bacteria go into your gut because your mouth is nasty. She should know that as a nurse. But y'all leave BT alone. He was booted from Nitra. Now he trying to find a place to go. Come on over here to the rejects. Come on over here to the rejects.
No, yesterday when they would let
welcome.
they dogged them out over at Diamonds and then paid for them to drop. That was their way of saying they don't want you at Diamonds no more. That's what they was basically saying. They don't want you over there no more either. That's what I said. It bees that way sometime, BET.
Y'all done kicked them away from here. Now where he gonna go? He don't have nowhere to go. Where he gonna go?
Now Glock said she's building her own platform. She said that to me.
Okay.
She said, instead of continuing to help others build theirs, she's building her own. So he definitely has a home with.
Well, why
with
he
her.
ain't on Glocks right now?
She just texted me a minute ago and told me something, but she may not be live this morning, but he's definitely gonna be welcome there because she looks at BET as a brother, not as some internet person, not as what I'm saying, homeboy.
Keyona, BET gonna have to change his name to MTV. My time is void.
My time is void or something. I don't know what he's gonna have to do.
That was a good one.
I mean, I think my biggest thing, I don't like to see women do it, and I damn sure don't like to see men do that. When you abandon yourself, do y'all realize when you have a stance and someone else makes you do or say what they want you know what I mean? You abandon yourself. And maybe because I do have abandonment issues, that's a biggie for me. I was telling Glock last night, I said, I'm going to tell you something. It's two people that ain't going to never abandon me. That's me and God. He said he promised never to leave me nor forsake me. And I know I ain't going to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, me saying, ooh, I said so-and-so, and then when it come around, I ain't say that. That's abandoning yourself. If you can't own up to what you say, don't let it cross your tongue. If you got to lie about it, that's abandonment. If you got to say, I'm going to do so-and-so, and somebody can make you say, I ain't going to do so-and-so. Not they reason with you and say, this is not a good thing for you, or this is not good. But, we don't do right. We don't. I would never, as a grown adult, much less a man. Because, again, I taught my son, never let nobody take your manhood. And I don't know if BET realized that, but looking at that tape, it wasn't a dig on me. I saw them women take his manhood from him, telling him what he can. Let's get this straight right now. You my uncle. If I'm your uncle, bitch, I do what I want to do. Fuck you mean. Then others, we say, well, they took his manhood. Don't never let nobody take your manhood. Because on the back end, he's telling Glock, I did Keyona. She cool people. He said that when they got on, got on him here. I ain't no kid. I ain't no problem. So you a damn lie. Dime, so you a damn lie, BT. When you go around acting like that, it takes your manhood away. It takes your womanhood away. That's one of the things y'all gonna be able to say about all of us, even a Queen Jules. When we go into these rooms, we go as us. Right, wrong, or indifferent. Me drop Queen Jules, you ain't, listen. You see she left the y'all gotta give her that. She left the goddamn box before she agreed to change who she is. She's out leave the motherfucking box. Fuck y'all. So don't let nobody take your manhood or your womanhood out here. Just so you can be in their spaces. These are virtual spaces. That's weird. There's no fucking way. There's no motherfucking way. Yeah, you got to stand 10 toes on who you are and how you feel about people, places, and things. And if nothing else makes me mad, if you want to lose my respect, do some shit like that. You cannot have a pot to piss in nor a window to throw it out of. But if you is your authentic self, I will respect you. But if you are a flip-flopper and I'm going to be this when I'm here and I'm going to be that when I'm there, I have no respect. I don't give a fuck how much money you have, what you've accomplished in your life, because all of that accomplishing, the one thing you forgot to accomplish, and that's loving on you. There's no fucking way I do that shit. Ain't no fucking way. What you gonna do if I go over to Keyona? You gonna whoop my ass, bitch? You gonna whoop my ass? Ain't no way. You gonna stop talking to me? Well, I talk to my damn self. Thank you, no bills. Yeah. I told my son. I told them people, them churns, I'll come and get you out of any motherfucking thing you do on your own. But if I find out you follow somebody else, you gonna sit there. I ain't coming. I don't give a fuck what you do in this life. If it good, bad, or indifferent, but if it's something that came from your thoughts, your mind, I'm coming. And I'm gonna defend you to the I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm gonna defend you till the cows come home. I may not like what you did, may not agree with what you did, but I'm gonna still be saying you my motherfucking child. But when you said, Mama, I need you to agree that me and my friend did so and so, the fuck I am. That's how I raised them. And I sit on this app and I see grown ass grandparents letting people decide where they, hey darling, where they go, what they do, who they speak. That's crazy to me. Ain't no fucking way in my life. Now, if I want to keep my relationship with some people on the app private because for certain reasons, I'll have those reasons. But if the day come out that we both agree, all right, we can let the motherfuckers know we talk now. And great. But you can believe I have a reason, and it's a reason for me. It ain't a reason for nobody else, so I can appease nobody else. It'll never happen. I'm not a grandmother. I'm a mother. But if I was a grandmother, I damn sure wouldn't. Fuck you mean? But y'all, we got to get some work done, y'all. We got some soul searching to do. So I didn't look at that. A lot of people looked at that and they were mad and heated. And I got so many texts and phone calls or whatever about it. Look what BET said about you. Look how they was in Glock room. Like I said, Glock called me herself. Look, how da. I looked at it with BET. I'll check my IG in a minute, BET. I got your text. No. Hell fuck no. Hell the fuck no. We got soul searching to do. I'm grown. But you know, that's how a lot of gangs come about. People go, how does gangs become so popular? Imagine, you don't get your real brain until you're 25, right? We all agree scientifically. That's when you become, a full-fledged adult according to the scientific world. But when you're 55 and 65 and you're still willing to join internet gangs, what do y'all think about these 15-year-olds? How the fuck y'all think the gangs ain't gonna get your kids? They get your granddaddy. They get your grandmama. And I know you said, well,